Yeah, good day. You are welcome to this amazing challenge we have been doing. So we started this challenge with one thing in mind: to embrace us to grow and also to allow us to work, to put what we have learned so far into works. So actually, I'm going to review the questions that were already asked us. I think we have 40 questions here and already sent the data into the group since yesterday or day before yesterday. So these are the questions that we have here, right? So and this Heart Disease Dataset. The questions for the basics says display all the record from the dataset, show all the patients diagnosed with the heart disease, and also list all distinct hospital, list all distinct states, count the numbers of the patients, and then many more. So now I've already put the question into my pgAdmin, which is Postgres. We are using another version of SQL that is different from this. So is this the same thing? So Workbench work the same way, SQL Server work the same way. All of them are the same thing. The only thing you need to do is after you create your table, you have to write use database, and it's going to activate your database, and from there you can start working. This is for the pgAdmin, and also we have, let me just copy this code so I can see how it works. Alright, you just come here into this place and paste it here, because mostly I usually use pgAdmin, which is Postgres, and the reason why is because I love the way it works. I really love the way it works. So these are database that has been created. Then the next thing you need to do here is to just say use at db. So and you run this now, and it's going to activate the database for you, and from here you can start using it. Going to this place, you are going to see that it has been activated. Alright, so let's refresh it. So it has been activated now, and you can create your table inside. So run this one now, the table will be created, and when you come here into the tables, so refresh, so the table has come up here, and you can import the data set, import it. Alright, so click on the browse and you import the data set. Heart disease record, think this is the data. Alright, so after that you click on next. I pray it load because my SQL server work it always gives some, but I think the data set is actually large but it's going to load. So this is what it's going to do, it's loading now. Alright, so that's all about this one. If you are using Workbench, if you are using pgAdmin 4, which is Postgres, which I actually love it because it's very good. The first question here is that display all the record from the data set. You click on this one and run this, it's going to display. Right, so it's going to display, and you have all your tables. All your tables will be displayed. These are the tables here, as you can see. These are the tables here, right? And the next question says we should count, right? Show all the patients diagnosed with the heart disease CX. So select from the heart disease where heart disease is equal to what? Yes. Alright, where heart disease is equal to yes, and you run this and you have your results. It's only those one that the heart disease is yes that is going to run for you, and you are going to see your results. As simple as that. You are going to see your result as simple as that. Right? So that's for this. Now actually, if you want to answer the next question, which is third question, say list all the distinct hospital, select the distinct. Why am I using the distinct here? Because I want to just use a specific name. Alright, so I want to sort, I want to order all the list of the heart disease patient by the name of the hospital, right? So now if I want to see all the hospital that I have based on the data that I have here now, just only the hospital name, and I don't want to see all, just only the hospital name with the patient. that is attending each hospital. If I run this one, I'm going to see the hospital here. So these are the hospital that last week National Hospital, UCH, and also UPTH. So these are the hospital that I have. The question first said that list all the distinct states. So I want to see only the states. I don't want to see anything. Select distinct states from what heart diseases ordered by the states. As simple as that. If you run this now, it's going to show you only the distinct states that you have: FCT, Kaduna, Kano, Lagos, Abuja, Oyo. So we have this. Now we also want to look at count the total number of the patient. Now select count as what total number of the patient from the heart disease then patient. So we see only the total patient that we have, which is 1,000. And if you look at this data set too as well here, I'm going to see that is 1,000. So this is your data set we're working with. So you can see. So now, alright, so let's come here into this space. The 6 questions say that count how many patients have the heart disease. Select count as what heart disease patients, and to run this, it's going to show you the star patient the patient that have the heart disease. All the people that have the heart disease in the data set, they are yes. So those that don't have is no, right? It's no. So and you can indicate them by this value. So just filter it. Where is filter in SQL? We use where command to filter, or where clause to filter our data, right? So now for the next question is to count how many patients do not have the heart disease. For the patient that don't have the one that have the no. So alright. So when you run this, it's the same query. So it's going to count for you, which is 488, and show all patients admitted to ICU. Run this. So the patient that is admitted to ICU, all the one that is yes, so you have it just like this. So these are the patients. Right? So now the next question, question 9, we say that display the patient whose risk score is greater than 80. Risk score is greater than 80. You select from the heart disease, and then where risk score is what greater than 80. That's it. So once you show the patient from the Lagos, from the Lagos, select from the heart disease patient where state is equal to Lagos, and you are going to have this. And that's the basis question in the challenge. These are the basic questions in the challenge, successfully done and successfully done with. So now let's go to the intermediate. So for the intermediate question, say we should find the total numbers of the patient treated in each hospital. So we select the hospital, then count as what total patients from the heart disease patient grouped by what the hospital. So when you run this now, you are going to see the hospital by the patient that we have in this hospital. So the UPHTH, it has 187, last week has 170, Lutz has 116, and the National Hospital has 214, and the UCH has 213. So these are the total patients per hospital that we have in this data set. So that's the question 11. Let's go to question 12. They count patient by gender. So now select gender, count as what? As total patient from the heart disease grouped by gender. So when you run this now, you're going to see male and female total. So the female is 492 and male is 508, right? So now I want to find the average age of the patient in each state. Average age. Now for you to get the average age, you select state, you round it up by the average age. Alright, so these two I put H2 for it to be in 2 decimal places, right? As average age from the heart diseases patient grouped by state. If I run this now, it's going to be an average. So that and the average age now. After run this finish, please. So we click on this grouped by, alright. So we have the average Lagos age is 58.13. Average Kano is what? Average Kano is 57.30, right? So like that you have all the information for all the states. Oyo is 55.17, FCT is 54.05, Rivers is 52.65, right? So now let's go to the next questions. So if I come here now for the question 14, say find the average BMI by gender. For average BMI by gender is going to be select the gender and then round the average BMI. So it's going to be in decimal 2 places, right? So an average BMI from the heart disease patient by gender. So you run this, it's going to give you the average BMI by gender. This is the male and female average BMI. Now for the question 15, say count the patient by the severity level. Count the patient by severity level. So you run this, you're going to see the patient and the severity level of each one of them. So those ones are already known. So and we have the non, right? The non is 488, while the severe is 182, while the mid is 176, moderate is 154, right? So now here we should find the average systolic and diastolic blood pressure by heart disease state. So we select the heart disease, rounded by average systolic by this one is going to be like 2. Because any average I want to be in 2 decimal places. So that's why I put this one there as average CBP, and then around the average DIP and also as average DIP. Then now from the heart disease patients grouped by heart disease. So now if I run this, this is going to give me the diastolic blood pressure by the heart disease status. So if I run this now, I'm going to have it now. So we have the average of every one of them, average systolic and diastolic blood pressure for each heart disease status. So this is the information for all of them. Now I want to show the patient count by the gender and the heart diseases. So patient count by gender and the heart disease. So we want to see the patient counts by the heart diseases. So now we have the female that doesn't have the heart disease are 239. The female that have the heart disease are 252. So the male that have or what's it called, the total patients that have the heart disease is 256. I don't have the heart disease 256. Male that have the heart disease is 60. So it divided each one of them step by step, and you have their information just like this. Alright, so now I want to find the average risk score for each hospital. So average risk score for each hospital. So now you run this, it's going to give you the average risk score. Now this is the last risk score, and also the UPTH and the LUT and the National Hospital and the UCR. So these are the information for that. So we want to find the top 5 hospitals with the highest number of heart diseases. So now for it to get that, you write select hospital, count it as what? Total cases from the heart diseases, where heart disease is equal to yes, grouped by hospital and ordered by the total cases deaths. So now this one is descending and limited by what? By 5. Then you run this and it's going to give you that questions solved and sorted. So now this is the National Hospital, this is the LUT. So we have their total cases. The total cases of the patient here are this, like total cases of diseases. So we have all of that. Now we want to look at the show the monthly number of the patient admissions. So now we want to look at the monthly number. So January, how many patients they are admitted in January? We have 104, February 81, March 82, April 86, May 94, June 89, July 98. Oh wow. So now we can see from here, from this trend, those people that they admit per month. So and their total, we have their total here, right? So now I want to look at the advanced level of the question. So rank hospital by the total number of the heart disease patient. That's the first question on the advanced. So for you to get this, you have to know ranking, right? So and here's also CTS functions in SQL. So select the hospital, count as what? Heart cases, and rank it by what? Over or order by the count that as hospital rank from the heart diseases patient, where heart disease is equal to what? Yes, grouped by hospital. Then you have this. So it's going to give you the hospital by their ranking. So national hospital is as what? The most high ranking heart diseases, and the LUT is the second, and the UCH is the third, and the last switch is the fourth, and UPTH is fifth among them. So now we also want to look at it, say find the hospital with the highest average risk score, right? So for us to get that, we run this now. So which is what? The average the highest risk score. We have the last, which is the one that have the highest average risk score. So last is the one that have the highest average risk score, which is 58.36. So find the patient whose total bill is above the overall average. So for us to tell that, we say select from the heart disease patients where total bill, right? So select the average total bill from the heart diseases. So where total bill. So if you run this, now, it's going to give you the the total bill for each patient, right? So and also it's going to show you the agenda, and also let me see so I can see so you see all the total patients here. So we have all the information, and also we also have all their totals. So we have calculated the total for us. So when you go down here now, we have the let me show you. We have the patient whose total bill is above the overall averages, right? Overall average. So now for us to get that, now I already select from the heart disease where total bill is greater than this. It's actually giving me a little challenge, but I actually later discovered that if you want to run this, you just have to look at the heart disease patient, then where total bills, alright, is greater than this. You understand? You want to see their total bills first, then after that you also want to now find the average total bill, right? If the average total bill is greater than this, so now you are going to have your result where the total bill is greater than this. So that means before you can get, you have to calculate your total bill first. All your total bill should be get. After you get your total bill, then you now do what? You now look for if the total bill is greater than the average total bill. So in the heart disease, those are the values, those are the data that is going to return for you, and that's what we have here. So these are the information that we have here, right? So now the question says show average treatment cost for patients with the and without the heart disease. So now heart disease, we round it average treatment cost as average treatment cost from the heart disease, and group it by heart disease. So now we have this, we have average treatment cost. The heart diseases is 41,500, 415,012.64. So and the average heart diseases that doesn't have heart diseases, alright, so is 422,494.54. Alright, so now we also want to find the patient with consistent high cardiovascular risk. So alright, so if I run this now, they're going to give me that I have all the patients that have consistent cardiovascular risk. So if I go here, you are going to see only the that have the high cardiovascular risk. So we have all the information here. We have all the informations, as you can see. So what you need to do now is look at people that have the cardiovascular risk, is hypertension. So you just first add disease patient, then reach is score by 80. So hypertension is equal to what? Yes. So if it is greater than 80, so if the risk score is greater than 80, so that is highest. So highest cardiovascular risk. So now we have all of them just like this. Then we want to show the hospital with the highest numbers of ICU admission but a low mortality. So run this, you have your answer. So then the next question is say find the top 5 hospital states combination with the highest number of the heart disease. So we run this now, just like the ranking, So we have done with this. If you look at this one now, see which hospital record the highest number of the heart disease patients. So these are the business insight questions. The hospital have the highest number of the heart disease patients. So now select the hospital, then count it as what? As heart disease cases where the heart disease is equal to yes, group it by hospital, order it by heart disease cases. then limit by this, so it's going to give you the highest, so which is 109 under the national hospital. Now you see which age group is the most affected by heart diseases, right? So select the cases when age is what, alright. So then group by, after you run this, it's going to give you the age group, and also it's going to give you the heart diseases per each age group. The 80 years old, 80 years plus, that's 190. Okay, heart diseases. 60 to 79 as 189. So 40 to 59 as 25. These are the age group by heart disease cases for each one of the age that we have in the data set. These are the business insight questions actually, and it's very fun. So do smoker have the higher prevalence heart diseases than the non-smoker? These very great questions. So if I want to find out, I'll just look at this now, group by the smoking of the people, those people that are smoking, yes or no. So now we have this. If you look at it, you are going to see the high smoking people and those one that doesn't smoke at all. The one that doesn't smoke that have heart disease 192, the one that doesn't smoke that patient they have 471, the prevalent percentage, so it's 40.34. So why the one that is smoking has the highest, is 322. Wow. That patient is 529. Wow. And also the prevalence 60. Wow, very high. So that means smoking can also cause the heart disease. And so you have to be careful what you are smoking. Alright, you have to be careful what you are smoking, because it can also cause heart diseases. Right. So now we have the Kano. Kano is the question says we should find which state has the highest average score. So Kano is the one that have the what? Highest score, average score. So now which severity level is most common among the patients? So now if you run this, I want to see the rates that are common among them is none. So alright, so we say which hospital generates the highest total treatment revenue, which okay. So these are the LUT. LUT generate the highest revenue, right? So now we want to look at the diabetes patient have the highest incident. So run this. So it's going to give you, right? Let me go down here. Right. Select from here to this place and run. So this is going to give you the patients that, like, do diabetic patients have the highest incident of the heart disease? No, yes, no. That means diabetes patient doesn't usually have the highest heart disease, because they have heart disease 330, and those people that have the heart diseases is 182. So that means diabetes doesn't cause heart disease the most. So now which admission period monthly trends show the highest numbers of the heart diseases? So if I run this one now, it's going to give me that. Alright, so the highest monthly, wow, January is one. So now let's go to the next question. So the which patient group contributes the highest healthcare cost? So if I run this now, it's going to show me the patient group. So none is the one. Alright, so the last question said that if healthcare admission want to reduce mortality, which patient group should they prioritize the most? So now if I run this, I'm going to see the patient should prioritize the most. Several, think patient with the several. So now we have ICU, yes, and heart disease, and also death. So these patients that are into this major group, they are the one they have to prioritize the most, other than all the other patients. Right, thank you for watching, and also please drop your assignment and drop your challenge as well, so that we can review together. Bye.